Alright guys, what is going on? We are back with some more weekly pro wrestling wrap up. And this week we've got a lot to talk about. And really I just want to focus on two things. Raw After Mania and what is going on with the TNA situation with Crazy Steve and the Decay, which really sucks. But first off, the great part of Raw. And I mean, we had some great parts of Raw. We had some debuts that we have all fucking been waiting on from NXT. I mean, thank you. Clap. Y'all actually did something good besides WrestleMania. Clap, guys. Good job. Now, I say this with all respect to whatever. Why are we still getting the New Day versus the League of Booty? Well, we did see after the match that they took Wade Barrett out of the League of Nations because we all know he's leaving in the summer, and this was a great way to get him off TV, was to kind of kick him out of the League of Nations, which they did that great job. Now New Day still great, love what they're doing, but who are they facing at the next pay-per-view at Payback? I don't want it to be League of Nations again. Well, if it is, can we stop it after that and go to somebody else? Like we saw a lot of tag team additions this week, along with the Vaudevillains, because I don't like talking about SmackDown. Who really does? So Vaudevillains debut on SmackDown. We have Primo and Epico who are coming back, as we saw the promo. Now we've got I'm gonna go ahead and transition to now. We've got Enzo and Cass back. Well, we've got Enzo and Cass on the main roster, and that is some good tag teams and the Dudleys. So yeah, we're gonna transition right into the Enzo and Cass. Where was Carmella though? They're still great without her, but damn, they killed it. Enzo and Cass are so over right now. They're the best thing on Raw, and they've only been on Raw one time. Well, they've been talking. The fans have been chanting them on Raw for a couple of months now, and they were still some of the best things on Raw. Was the fans' chants they wanted Enzo and Cass, and the "How you doing" chants. That finally they let them come up was great, and I'm glad, and I'm loving the fact that they're going to be feuding with the Dudleys. Put a established legendary tag team on two up-and-comers that are loved by the fans, and have them go at it. Just let them run with it. Do not stop it. Do not say you can't do this. Let them do whatever the hell they're going to do, because I feel like that will kill it in whatever they decide to do. So please just let them run with it. Let the Dudleys and Enzo Cass take over. I mean, anything they do is probably going to be amazing. So just don't shit on it. Vince McMahon or Triple H, just don't shit on it. And so another debut we saw was Apollo Crews. Why is he up? I mean, the dude's awesome. But Samoa Joe and other people have been down in NXT for a shit long more, but they go ahead and bring this guy up. I'm alright with it. I like Apollo Crews. Him versus Tyler Breeze. Would I have liked it have been better? Yes. But it was basically a squash match. Apollo Crews, everybody knew was going to win. But we want Tyler Breeze to be back like he was in NXT. We want this dude to be amazing. Because if Tyler Breeze would have been the Tyler Breeze of NXT versus Apollo Crews, best match of the night probably. I'm pretty sure of it. So I don't know why they didn't. Whatever. Still a great match. Another thing I want to talk about is Italia. I guess it's going to be Italia versus Charlotte, not Sasha Banks, or hopefully I thought Bayley coming up. It wasn't. It's Charlotte, and I think Charlotte deserves it. Charlotte's been in this division for probably longer than anybody on that division right now. And maybe Bella's, but I feel like Natalia's been there long enough, and now I think it's her shot at another chance at that championship. And remember, we saw them at Roadblock, Charlotte and Italia, and they put on one hell of a show, so I think they can do it again. So Vince let Shane run the show. That's obviously why they probably brought in some NXT guys. So I love that. We got to that a little bit late, but I don't think it really matters. Now, what else was really there worth talking about? I'm just saying, like, right? Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about is Roman Reigns. He won. Yes, he won. They fucking blew the shit out of him. Turn this guy heel. I'm just saying, turn this guy heel, and you get some benefits out of it. So he comes out. He needs a challenger. You want some? Come get some. You're not John Cena, buddy. But Chris Jericho comes out. The fucking goat comes out. Then Kevin Owens comes out. Then AJ Styles. Then Sami Zayn. I'm probably getting the order wrong, but you guys know what I'm getting at here. So they all kind of start fighting. And guess what? Fatal 4-way to determine the number one contender. So we're supposed to have Sami Zayn in this match. Well, he gets taken out by Kevin Owens. And I was pissed off about that. But the replacement we get is good. So this is what I don't know what else to talk about of Raw besides the main event, because I really talked about all the main points of Raw, and I think if there's anything else I missed, please let me know in the comments of what you think I probably should have talked about. But I think that I've probably talked about the most important parts of the damn show. Why they didn't have John Cena or Dean Ambrose, don't know. Probably because why they didn't have Dean Ambrose is because he got destroyed or whatever by Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar probably won't be on Raw in probably another couple months, so whatever. So the replacement for for Sami Zayn. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. He came back. You hear the sirens, and I fucking went crazy. Let's go, right? Thank you. I mean, just thank you. So he comes out in a suit. I'm like, what are they gonna suit? And he fucking rips it off. I'm like, oh yeah, Cesaro's back, baby. So the match between Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, and AJ Styles was phenomenal. Thank you, AJ Styles, because I'm on your show right now. But phenomenal. They tore it up. Cesaro back, and I'm liking that they put these four guys in the main event picture. Thank you. Bring up some new guys. But now what are they going to do in that other division where they had an Intercontinental Championship? Well, now I know what we could talk about. We'll talk about this after the main event, because I feel like I want to talk about this more, which was the Intercontinental Championship match. Which AJ Styles won the match. He killed it. Great job. I loved all of it. We're probably gonna see the Bulletproof Baylor Club, whatever you want to call them, debut at Payback against Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure AJ Styles lose, Roman Reigns was winning, whatever, and they come out and attack Roman Reigns. Makes sense, right? Yeah, I think it does. Where Finn Balor comes into play with this, I don't know. I hope that they bring him up sooner or fucking later. Come on now, guys, bring this guy up. But that's why I see going on with the AJ Styles thing. AJ Styles lose, Roman Reigns wins, and the Baylor Club. They better not call it the Bullet Club. Fucking copycat pieces of shit. Call it Bulletproof or Baylor Club. Do that. So, the Intercontinental Championship match. We saw Zack Ryder win it, and I'm pretty sure all of us turned into a 12-year-old kid again. I mean, at WrestleMania, fucking amazing. He comes out on Raw, issues an open challenge. And everybody knew it was going to be The Miz because of how Miz and Zack Ryder are the last two people on that ladder. Now, I like the match. I have no problem with what happened. I just don't know why it happened. So, Miz is out there messing with Zack Ryder's dad. Zack Ryder's dad slaps The Miz. And guess who comes out? The hottest diva of all fucking time. Fuck Kelly, it's Maurice. Maurice comes out there. She slaps Miz's dad. Or I think she slaps Zack Ryder. I don't remember. And Miz gets a distraction and wins the championship back. Now, great job for The Miz. He's like 7 or 8 time Intercontinental Championship. And now they're bringing in the Maurice. So, great job. Please tell me have Zack Ryder versus The Miz in a ladder match at Payback. Throw the ladder in there again. I mean, it'll make for a great match. Now, I keep forgetting I keep forgetting the matches that happen on Raw. This is what happens on the weekly pro wrestling wrap up. I forget everything, but I try to get everything I remember from Raw on the show. Now, another match that I really liked was Baron Corbin. I forgot about him debuting on Raw. Well, he debuted on Mania, but this was his formal debut on Raw. He's Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He faced Dolph Ziggler. Make this a feud. I don't know if it's not going to be, but the way they ended the match was they got counted out and back into the crowd. And Baron Corbin beat up Dolph Ziggler. Please. I mean, that is going to be a good feud. Dolph Ziggler, I don't want him to be at this point in his wrestling career where he just puts people over, but he's got to put Baron Corbin over. Because if he does not put Baron Corbin over, he will turn into Tyler Breeze and not get no momentum. Now we see Dolph Ziggler put over Tyler Breeze as much as he could, but the management didn't like him, so he's pushed to a side. Now, I'm hoping Dolph Ziggler puts over Baron Corbin, and the management likes Baron Corbin. I really do hope so. And this turns into a feud with Apollo Crews on the main roster. And then that turns into an Intercontinental Championship match for the winner of Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Makes sense? Yes, it does. I think it's throwing Tyler Breeze in there, but he's a fucking jobber right now. So, that is my Raw review. Great job. Raw After Mania was fucking awesome. They did a great job, and they killed it. So, can we get another Raw like this? Hopefully, John Cena and Dean Ambrose are there, but I'm not complaining about what we saw on Raw right now. Raw was great. Great job. Now we're going to talk about TNA for the week. Alright. So Hardy's Revenge was the title of TNA show. And we started off the show with probably one of his last matches in TNA, Eric Young versus Jeff Hardy in a cage match. They did a great job with this match. Great job. Hardy, I know the dude's injured. I know he's still injured. There's no way he's not injured. But he's great. Doing a great job still. I had to put this in here. Jeff Hardy took a swanton off the top of the cage, threw Eric Young on the table. Now, Shane's WrestleMania dive pretty much kapooied that spot. Now, everybody was like, okay, we've already seen this. And Jeff Hardy doing it was like, there was already a better jump at WrestleMania. I think that hurt just that one spot because the match was amazing. The pile driver, Eric Young set up 4 chairs, right? He got on top of it, hit Jeff Hardy a pile driver through the fucking chairs. Somehow Jeff Hardy kicked out. The match was great. Now, Jeff Hardy wins. I'm like, okay. Hopefully we're done with this Jeff Hardy, Eric Young thing. And we get to see Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. But, that's not what probably will happen. But, why not, right? Next match, the Pope versus Bobby Lashley street fight. This match felt like a squash match. Bobby Lashley killed the Pope, but it was great to see Pope back in action, even though the Pope only got a couple moves with the kendo stick. So, where I stand with that match is It was okay. Maybe we would like to see the Pope have a little bit more matches, but I would like to... Before we saw this kind of start, it was the Tyrus getting in the Pope's face. Maybe we could have just seen Pope beat Tyrus. Just go on with it. Maybe. But it did not happen like that. We got to see Pope versus Bobby Lashley. Where we see Bobby Lashley go after this is unfreaking known. But wherever he goes, it'll probably be good. Probably, I think, a feud with Bram after Eric Young leaves. Money? Am I right? Thank you. Okay, so we see a kind of last word between Hardy and Drew Galloway. And they put on a good show. Drew Galloway's great on the mic. I'm loving that he's world champion. Hardy, fucking legend. I don't have to say anything else. But we see something. Tyrus says that he could cash in his Bound for Gold match that he won at Bound for Glory a couple months back. And we've all kind of been waiting, if you really into TNA like I, we've all kind of been waiting on to when he's going to do that. And he said he could do it tonight, after the match or during the match. So, I don't know what happens with that. I hope he does it. Tyrus versus Drew Galloway, great job. I think it'll be fine. I don't know when it's going to happen, but whatever. Another part, let's see here, it was EC3 talking about Mike Bennett. Now, Mike Bennett comes out, and I'm like, let's have it this week. Why not? You've already got a cage match, a world title match, and another knockouts title match, and then a street fight. Why not have it this week? Make that happen. It didn't, but I'm still fine because the mic work between these two is always phenomenal. They go back to the back. They're fighting. Mike Bennett kind of pushes Maria into EC3, and he gets away, but they go back into the parking lot and brawl. Parking lot brawl. How old is that? But it was still pretty cool to see. And next week, they announced that EC3 versus Mike Bennett. Oh my god, that is going to be amazing. If you do not watch TNA, you turn on next week. You do it, because EC3 versus Mike Bennett will probably be the best match in a while for TNA. I know triple threat whatever match they had a couple weeks ago was good, with Drew Galloway cashing it in. But I swear to you, Mike Bennett versus EC3, you have got to tune into that match because, oh my god, what a match. Now, the Knockouts match, it was Madison Rayne versus Gail Kim versus Jade. Jade wins, great match. Maria gets involved. I'm glad Jade is the TNA champion, but I think it's a little bit late for that. I wish Jade would have won in London, and they would have continued on with that feud and let Maria and Gail Kim do something else, not involving the title. But how they came of it was okay. I wish Jade would have won it on her own and break out from the Dollhouse. I hope she's done with the Dollhouse. We still see the Dollhouse music. I don't know what's going to happen, but please, please give Jade the biggest push ever. I'm glad she's the champion, but get her away from Maria. Thank you. That's all I have to say about that. Now we go to a part where everybody was kind of knowing it was going to happen. Eddie Edwards' run in the X Division before his partner comes out back, Davey Richards. Now, Gregory Helms last week asked Eddie Edwards if he could use if they could team up and they could use his rematch for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Eddie Edwards turns it down. And that was not a good move for Eddie Edwards, I don't think. I would like to see him in the X Division, but please, Gregory Helms and Eddie Edwards would be phenomenal. So, I'm hoping next week we get to see that. To be honest, it would be great. I really think it would be awesome. Why not? Eddie Edwards versus Trevor Lee for the X Division Championship. Great. Bring in Andrew Everett. Where has he been at since Bound for Glory? Bring him in. Involve him with Trevor Lee, because Trevor Lee versus Andrew Everett would be good, I think. It sounds like it'd be a good match. Eddie Edwards versus Andrew Everett sounds like it will be a good match. Now, another match where they're kind of setting up things this episode. They had 4 matches that were pretty good, but what this was at was they were setting up a lot of new feuds. So, I think that's alright. Decay gets their shot at the TNA World titles next week. We all know who wins that because Bobby Roode's gone and he's in NXT now. We know Decay wins. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to say with that. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about the Decay after we talk about TNA right now. It's kind of a sad thing and a stupid thing and a pissed off thing if you're a fan of the Decay. And I don't know how you're not, because the Decay are awesome. So, we go to the main event. Drew Galloway versus Matt Hardy. So, everybody's getting involved, blah, blah, blah. Drew Galloway wins. Which, this match was not as good as Drew Galloway versus Jeff Hardy, but, you know, it was good. Now, Drew Galloway wins, of course. He gets the Future Shock DDT. I hope we're done for Drew Galloway versus Matt Hardy. Hopefully we get to see Drew Galloway versus Tyrus. And then we move on to Drew Galloway versus Mike Bennett, Bobby Lashley, other things than Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. Now, great job. That's really all I have to say about TNA this week, other than we got to see another backstage segment with Robbie E and stuff. Or maybe that was last week, I don't know. Robbie and the Bromance are backstage, and they're kind of setting up a thing with Eli Drake. Sounds cool, I guess. I don't know. But that's my TNA review for this week. Now, TNA was great. Not as good as Raw because of what happened in WrestleMania and all that great stuff. So, not TNA's fault, just where they sat at the moment because of WrestleMania and Raw after Mania. It's always crazy. So, TNA was good. Did not do Lucha Underground in this week's Pro Wrestling Weekly Wrap-Up just because I feel like I have to do it on Wednesday once it's over because it's so epic. So, we gotta talk about a major thing right now in wrestling. Alright, guys, so this is what I want to talk about. If you haven't heard, some indie wrestler sent TNA and Crazy Steve a cease and desist letter because he thinks that Crazy Steve stole his gimmick. He's the face paint's the same, and the group Decay is kind of like the same group that he has. Kind of pisses me off to be to be honest. Not awesome. I am awesome, but you know what I'm talking about. So, TNA was sent a cease and desist letter in March over Crazy Steve and his stable, The Decay. Ohio independent wrestler Justin Carnes has wrestled as Crimson and Conrad Kennedy III, among other names, since 2000. He said that TNA is responsible for infringement of certain copyrights that are owned or controlled by Carnes. His Crimson character is an evil clown. While evil clowns are nothing new in wrestling, thank you, Karn says that certain elements of Crazy Steve were taken directly from his work, including the red mist, Steve's mannerisms, costumes, face paint. He also said that in 2010 he was a member of a group called the Dead Wrestlers Society, and Steve, as a part of the Decay, replicated the Dead Wrestling Society's model and teamed with certain other wrestlers who were similar in style to him, which is also a blunt use of Karn's work. The letters requested that TNA stop using the copyrights Karn's claims to own and acknowledge in writing that will comply by April 6th. If TNA doesn't comply, Karns may decide to take further legal action. TNA has received the letter and is sent it to their legal team. Crazy Steve has been a part of TNA since whatever. I don't even know that. I think this whole thing is stupid. It's a fucking evil clown. So do you want to say Doink the Clown? Doink the Clown can call you up and say you were copying him because at one point Doink the Clown was an evil clown. This is stupid. It's an evil fucking clown. The Decay is fucking awesome. Crazy Steve was a clown before he was evil. We all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew there was gonna be a gimmick where Crazy Steve would turn evil. He was a good clown. He turns evil. Makes fucking sense. So this guy just needs to get out. No one knows you. I've never heard of him. But now the Decay is going to be tag team champions. We all know it. So where do we go from this? Please don't let the Decay go away. Make Crazy Steve still Crazy Steve, but change his fucking makeup or something. I don't think this is copying the dude's stuff. This is all fucking not new to wrestling. Everybody knows this could happen. And the Monster Bitch is nothing like the other guy, probably. Rosemary's awesome. Crazy Steve's awesome. I don't know where they go from this. I don't want it to stop with the Decay. Please. I mean, it'll make me cry if they stop. I'm not playing because it's really awesome. And if you're following Davey Richards on Twitter, you should probably go check out a thing where he says something about what happened. And him and the other guy kind of go on to like a thing on Twitter. It was pretty funny. They were going back and forth. Now, I really suggest you go find Davey Richards on Twitter. See what he has to say. Now you go follow me at EpicMike1996. Go fucking follow that right now. That's gonna do it with my weekly pro wrestling wrap up. Now, did not do ROH this week. Did not do Lucha Underground. I don't know. Maybe just Raw and TNA. Maybe throw in some NXT next week. But I think that's gonna do it for me. Let me know what you think of this episode and what do you think of the news with the Decay getting a cease and desist letter. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe Crazy Steve changes how he acts, but I don't think he should. They've gotten fans now. The Decay have really been a great thing for TNA, so I don't think they get rid of it. The Decay's TNA's got a legal team. I don't know what this guy's gonna do, but that's gonna be it for me. Like, subscribe, and comment. I am out.